Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be comparing installing and setting up a classic theme versus an FSE or full site editing theme in WordPress. Okay, we have a blank slate here. Let's go ahead and install a classic theme. For this example, we're going to use Blocksy, but this is just an example. So let's go ahead and hover down to Appearances, and then click on Themes. And if you don't have Blocksy on here, that's fine. We can just click on Add Theme, and then we can search for Blocksy, and we can download and install it from there. So let's go ahead and click on Activate since we've already downloaded it. And okay, once it's now activated, we're going to get this prompt that says Activate Blocksy Companion. So let's go ahead and click on this, and this is what will give us our starter sites and all that. So since we have Blocksy Companion Premium installed as well, let's just go ahead and return to our dashboard. Okay, so let's go ahead and hover down to our plugins. And if you don't have Blocksy, just go ahead and click on Add Plugin. And then we can search for Blocksy Companion, and then we can go ahead and click on Install Now. And once it's installed, it's going to activate, or ask us to activate it. And now we will have Blocksy. So, just to double check, let's head over to our plugins. And you can see here we have Blocksy Companion Premium, but we also have the free version. So let's head over to our Blocksy tab. Okay, and from here we have a bunch of shortcuts. We have our tutorials and support. But you can see here we have a few tabs, starter sites, extensions, you can see cool things, useful plugins that we would want to add on, and then changelog, standard stuff. So to get set up with our site, let's go click on starter sites, and you can see there are a bunch here that have Pro, but we have different plans, and we can select from free. So with all of these, we can just go ahead and click on Preview, and it's going to take us to a starter site, an example website, and we can test all of the functionality, such as the pages and blogs and buttons and all that. So we're going to go ahead and choose this one. So let's go ahead and click on Import, and let's go ahead and click on Activate Child Theme, and we're going to use Gutenberg for this one. It's going to ask us to install GreenShift and Fluent Forms. Just keep that checked, or else it won't work. And leave everything checked. So let's click on Install, and let's wait for it to load up. Okay, so once it's been imported, it's going to prompt us whether we want to customize it or view the site. Let's go and click on View Site, and it'll take us to our website. And you can see we have everything working. We have our buttons here for our menu. And you can see we have two main areas of interest. The first is Customize, and the next is Edit Page. And that is the first major difference between a classic theme and an FSE theme. So go ahead and click on each one of these, and we'll take a look at the differences. Okay, first up, the main major difference between classic and FSE themes is the customizer. So from here, you're going to be able to manipulate and configure your general options, your header, right? We'll have 3 rows here, your footer, as you can see, sidebar colors, typography, performance, and so on and so forth. Now, take a look at this page and take a look at the header. If we were to go to the edit page one, you can see that the header is non-existent. And this is where, okay, if we open this up, this is where we will find all of our blocks. So if we wanted to customize our homepage, we would have it to do it here in the edit page one. And if we wanted to edit our headers and footers and sidebars and colors, we'd have to do it in our customizer. All right, so let's take a look at installing an FSE theme such as GreenShift onto our site. So on our dashboard, let's head over to Plugins real quick and click on Add Plugin. And here, let's go ahead and search green shift, and I've already typed it on here before. And there it is. Just click on Install Now. And once it's done installing, it should ask us to activate it. And we're going to go ahead and click on Activate. And now, let's head over to Appearance. And it's going to show us all of the themes that are available. Let's click on Add Theme. And here, we can also search for green shift again. And here it is. Click on Install. And once it's done installing, it's going to ask us to activate it. And here we are on the green shift tab. And that's how you install it. Let's set up the site identity for our classic theme. So we're in our customizer, and there's two ways to get to that. We can click on Customize on our page, or we can go to our dashboard, hover down to Appearance, and click on Customize, and we'll end up here. And you will see that if we scroll down, we will find Core Settings Site Identity. Let's go and click on that. And here we can change our title, we can change our tagline, and then we can add our site icon, and we've already uploaded our icon to the library, to our media library. Let's go ahead and skip cropping, and there we go. So let's click on Publish, and we can reload our site, and you can see that our tagline has changed along with our site icon over there. Now let's go ahead and start the setup of our FSE theme. So this is Green Shift. We're under the Green Shift tab, and let's go ahead and click on Theme Settings. And we'll have a setup wizard that'll guide us through creating the whole website. So here we have our site identity settings. We have site title, which is going to be website assets. Here, let's go ahead and put Let's Learn Together. And for the site logo, let's choose something from our media library. And we've already uploaded our icon here, and we're going to use the same one as our site icon. This is going to be our site logo. And let's go ahead and click on Save. And that is our basics for our site identity. So how do we go about customizing our homepage in a classic theme? So having the templates, the starter sites for us, really makes it a much easier experience rather than having to build it from scratch. So we have all of these images and text and buttons and all that ready to use. Let's go ahead and click on Edit Page. And once we're here in the block editor, we can go ahead and customize each one of the blocks. So for instance, if we wanted to, we can go ahead and just click on this and say, welcome to our website, right? And we can go ahead and change the text color from here. As you can see, it's just inheriting things from our global settings, but for this case, we want to change it to this. For the button, if we wanted to change our text, we can just go ahead and just highlight it. If we wanted to change our image over here, we can just click on this, and you'll see we have everything, all of the block options for this block. And you can see we have this row over here. You can go ahead and delete it. And you can see it's gone. And let's go ahead and click on Save. And if you wanted to add something, okay, as an example, let's go ahead and add something. Let's scroll down here, and one block that I really like to use personally, because it just shows us everything all at once, is a map block. And then we have our options over here, our general settings. We can configure this how we want, and we can change this up. We can put this above or below. We can put a counter up top over here. Okay, just as a placeholder. Let's go ahead and click on Save, and let's view the live site. Okay, so we have a bunch of blocks. We've changed our text. We've added a map down here, and it's really that simple. But as you can see, we haven't been able to edit our header nor our footer from the same place, and we'll talk about that in a short while. Let's now take a look at setting up and creating and editing
a home page in an FSE theme such as GreenShift. So we're here on GreenShift and under theme settings. We have still our setup wizard menu thing here. Let's go ahead and click on homepage settings, and we have a few different options. We have the homepage template, which just comes stock, and we can edit this in the site editor. And if we click on that, it takes us to the editor, and we can change up our site here. And just one thing to keep in mind is that on our live site, okay, one of the key differences between a classic theme and an FSE theme is that we don't have the customizer here. You can see the only thing we have here is edit site, and later on we'll have edit page. So let's keep this on here, and let's close this one, because we have another option here called a custom page and template library. Now, we can select sample page, which is this one, or we can create a new home page, and it's going to bug out for us a bit here, so let's go ahead and click on homepage settings, and you can see it's created a new page for us called home, and we can edit it, or we can choose from some templates. So let's go ahead and click on this, and the difference between the template library from, well, using it in our classic theme versus in our FSE theme is that we can customize this separately from our other pages. So here we have our free layouts. We have some that require additional add-ons or premium subscriptions, but luckily for us, we have our free layouts here. And we'll go ahead and import this Power Tools hardware store one. And once it's done importing, we have our entire page set up and ready to go. So it's not just a template for just certain blocks we can use, but the entire homepage we can download and import from GreenShift. So let's go ahead and click on Save. And with that saved, let's reload our site. So this is the sample page that comes default as our home page. And if we reload it, see, we have sample page and we have home. So if we went to sample page, you know, this is a different setup. And here we have our home page. And now what if we want to customize this? Real simple. As you've seen earlier, we have edit site and we have edit page. Let's go ahead and click on edit page, just like on a classic theme. And now you can see once it takes us to the editor, we can, well, it's going to give us a prompt here. We can go ahead and customize the text. Right, and we can go ahead and delete entire rows, customize it however we want. And as you can see here, we still have our GreenShift helpers, our templates, and if we wanted to change banners, let's say for this one, we can import this, and it's going to take us to the very bottom because that's the default location where it's set to, spawn, I suppose, or load up, and we can bring this up to the very top, and we can just keep it there, and we have all of our other templates. We have our FSE templates here, and we can just drag and drop all of these, like, easy for our site. So this is for the homepage. We'll take a look at our headers and footers later, but that's the site library for this. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at our live site, and you can see we've changed our text just as usual, and we've imported some templates, a template from our library.
Hey, if you found this video helpful, be sure to check out one of our other videos, or go ahead and check out our channel and subscribe to see more content like this.